Cartoon fish and hero firefighters were tops with film fans this weekend. Entertainment contributor and People Magazine senior editor Jess Cagle has all the details in today's Box Office Plus. Good morning, Jess.
Good morning, Harry. Will Smith and Renee Zellweger and Robert De Niro lent their voices and their clout to help set a new box office record. The animated movie Shark Tale had the biggest October opening ever, earning $49 million. Ladder 49 also had an impressive debut, taking in almost $23 million, and The Forgotten was third. In Ladder 49, John Travolta plays Fire Chief Mike Kennedy, who leads his men of his firehouse through their professional and personal struggles. Travolta says this was a role that he had to play.
People are always asking me, how is it that firefighters run into a burning building when everyone else is running out? Courage is the answer.
After September 11th, I came to Ground Zero, and then I traveled the country, and I went to all the firehouses, and I felt a kinship to these men and women. And then suddenly a script comes that is completely an homage to these people. And I said, if I could be any part of this, I could then feel like I could help back and give back.
You have said that this was, you felt like the first film in your career that you did for the bigger picture or for the greater good. Are you actually sort of changing the way you choose movies at this point?
No, I've always wanted to do a picture where I could feel that way.
This is it. You ready? Move it in.
I love our country so much. It's like, really love the idea of doing something like an Apollo 13 or, you know, something that has a patriotic feeling to it, you know. And this movie was the first one that really was presented to me that had that.
What's going on here? Huh? I come back from telling a mother that her son is dead. And this is going on in my house. In my house!
The film has an ensemble cast that includes Joaquin Phoenix. Travolta says it's not the size of the role that's important. He's built a very successful career by not being a conventional leading man.
I'm a character actor with marquee value. And I'm glad of it because I get more opportunities that way.
How do you think that happened?
Being a child actor in New York, you know, you just know your job is to portray different characters. And I never, this thing called a movie star was an appendage. It was an icing on the cake.
You turned 50 this year. You have said you never felt better physically than you do now.
Physically I do, but you know, and it's strange. I've always had the child inside me, so I still kind of feel 12 or something. You know, I don't feel 50.
So as you're reflecting on your life in the movies, what do you think are the three roles that you're going to be most remembered for by audiences?
Oh, that's a very good question. What do I think? It won't be three. It'll be probably more than that. And I can only say that because everybody I meet has a different favorite part. You could pick one easier than three.
What's the one?
Sandy?
Tell me about it, Stud.
I think Grease is the one that is the most embedded in every generation's mind. 3-year-olds to 80-year-olds. But after Grease, everybody's got a different favorite movie. When you look back at the last 30 years, because believe it or not, Welcome Back, Kotter is just about 30 years old. Next year it is. It's 29 this fall, that's right. When you look back over these last 30 years, how have you changed personally? How have you changed professionally? Gosh, professionally, I haven't changed very much. I was always a very due diligent, hardworking actor from the time I was 12 years old. So that was my path, my destiny. Personally, I have less ups and downs. I'm much more steady. I feel more balanced in my life than I've ever felt before. So that's a good thing.
Travolta plans to start writing his autobiography in January, and it should be in stores by 2006.